Okay, wait. Oh my gosh. Is my voice okay? I have to make sure. Okay. Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to listen to it. Don't think there's any problem with the audio tonight. That's weird. I was listening to the previous three streams, and the audio was the audio was wet. Wow, that's weird. Wait. Okay, I got to listen to it. Don't think there's any problem with the audio tonight. No, the audio still scuffed. Oh, come on. Come on. Don't do this to me, man. Let's fix it up. Maybe this works. Maybe? Let's get right into it anyhow. Alright, good evening everyone. So tonight we're gonna continue making the VTuber avatar. And actually redid a few parts of it, so we're gonna open up a Live2D Cubism in a bit and start from the beginning. Just to catch up. Right? I think, yeah, I'll have to get a better microphone than the one I have right now. It's actually the default laptop microphone. It doesn't sound very good, so I'm gonna have to shell out a bit cash, like a shoulder, for a decent mic. Anyhow. Let's get to work, shall we? Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Bam. Alright, good evening everyone. Tonight we're gonna work the Live2D model. And I actually fixed up the Live2D avatar from last night. Added a few more layers because I wanted to have I wanted to do something with Mimiko's hair. And the way I did it yesterday, the way I rendered the layers won't translate well when the model turns the head left and right. That's odd. I can't seem to see the chat. Let's try reconnecting. About the chat. There we go. Oh, hey, Mimi. Good to see you. Be careful of echo. Yeah, so there's not really much I can do about the echo right now. The way my microphone is the way my microphone is set up, I already have a noise suppression set to a very high level, and I'm afraid that if I tamper with it any further than I have, my voice will be garbled even more than it already is. I'm so sorry about that. I apologize. Anyhow, let's get to work. So, first off, open up Live2D. Let's go to Live2D over here. Open the folder and import the PSD. Here's the PSD from last night. So, as you can see, I had to start from the beginning since I made changes to the model. Now, these two sections of hair are now separate. The loop with the ribbons and the side tail. The reason is I want to be able to animate the side tail while at the same time make the side loop move along with the head. So when she turns her head to face left and right, the side tail will also adjust accordingly. Now, let's select all of the pieces, Control A. See this button over here? This is the automatic mesh generator. We're going to turn this into something like a flat 2D mesh. So click on that. For now, we're going to select standard deformation. We can always change this later per piece. And so all the portions of the model, all the body parts have now been converted to a mesh. Let's close this. Now we're gonna generate a texture atlas. So here we're gonna make a new texture atlas from scratch. Let's call it VTuber _ Mimiko Tomomo. Now, since I'm using the free version of Live2D, we can only have maximum atlas size of 2048 by 2048 pixels. So let's change it to that. So here we have it, 2048 by 2048, and click OK. It will show up as this. So here are the individual pieces. Now you can see that some of them are overlapping one another. We'll need to fix that. Actually, I think we need to fix everything. Let's try to make it a little bit more high resolution. Let's stretch it. Yeah. Make sure to preserve the aspect ratio. Let's move some pieces around so they don't bump into each other, they don't overlap with each other. You see, if they overlap one another, you'll start seeing portions of the drawing bleed into other body parts, which is what happened with my model right here. You see this model, this guy, this Space Marine guy. What happened was that part of the arm, part of the left arm bled into the right. So let's make sure that none of the meshes overlap, or else we're gonna pick up portions of the drawing that we didn't mean to pick up, like this one. See, it's overlapping. We don't want that. So let's move the hair down. Let's move this down over here. Move the ears further to the sides. Just do this. Maybe we can rotate this. It won't affect the model itself, even if you rotate it. So you can safely rotate it like that, just to make things fit. Eyelashes, let's make sure they're not overlapping. Right now they are. Oh, no, we don't want that. Is my voice still echoing? It's not showing? What's not showing? Oh, because it's on a different window. My bad, my bad. Let's try to capture it, shall we? So yeah, let's try to capture it. Add window capture. No, not that. Is it window capture, dude? There we go. Back. So here's what it looks like. My bad, my bad. So here I'm fixing the texture atlas. So let me know if you guys can see it now. Smooth the eyes. So, and the mouse is oops. The mouse is overlapping with the sclerae. We definitely don't want that. Let's go here. Go here. Oh yeah, chat seems to have a delay. Yeah, I think there may or may not be a 30-second delay. I had to set it to that just in case my connection started farting all over the place again. Right. Let's move these off to the side. Don't want them bumping into the drawing. What's this? Oh, these are the eyebrows. Yeah, they shouldn't be there. Let's move them here. Let's move the eyebrows here. It's kind of hard to click. I think this is a mouse. Yeah. It's hard to click, just like the eyebrow. It's because the texture itself is so small. There's a lot of unused space here. I wonder what you can fit there. Wait, let's move the eye over here. Let's move this down because you can see it's overlapping with the left arm. Let's move this down here. Make sure it's clear of the other meshes. Move this a bit to the right. Now let's move this a bit to the right. Oh boy, there we go. I guess as long as it's not actually overlapping with the drawing, then you can get away with it. But what we don't want to happen is, you see the edge here. You see the edge of the mesh. What we don't want to happen is if the edge of this mesh overlaps with another body part. So we're going to move it here to the right. Just need to double check everything. I think maybe we could take this one. But if I do that, then it'll clash with the arm and the ribbon. So let's just keep that as is. Alright, I think that's as far as we can go without blowing up the planet. And there. Hey, behave. There we go. Texture Atlas is mostly okay now. So let's click OK. Save the Texture Atlas. And close the window. Now we can begin working on the model. Now the important thing to keep in mind isn't that a vine sauce jewel thing? Keep in mind. Okay, the important thing to keep in mind is the hierarchy. We need to order all the body parts according to a hierarchy. And what I like to do is I start with the lower body right here. Click on this one, this button, create warp deformer. Click on that. We can create a new curved surface. Let's call it warp underscore body underscore lower. Let's fix the number of divisions. We won't need to edit this right now, since the lower body doesn't really move. But if we wanted to, we can make the legs move, but I haven't drawn separate legs, so that's for another time, I guess. Now go to the Deformer tab over here. Select all of these body parts. See that body lower is now right under the warp body lower folder over here. Let's move all the other body parts into the same folder. Bam. So now they're all under warp body lower. Please work. Please work. Man. There we go. So now all the body parts are under warp body lower. Are we dropping frames? That's odd. Anyway. So the next thing we do is select the upper body over here. Actually, now I think we can change the deformer. So, I mean, we can change the mesh for the upper body. So let's do deformation heavy. There we go. You know what? Let's save this for now. Let's save the model. VTuber Mimiko Tomomo. Let's overwrite the one we made yesterday. Let's go back here. Let's select the upper body. And this time, we're gonna make a rotation deformer. So click this button here. Rotation deformer creation tool. And let's make one. Let's see. Let's make one right here. We might need to test it. First. So now warp body lower 2. Let's rename that to rotate underscore body upper. Right. And let's move all the layers except for body lower. So let's leave that one out. Hit to rotate body upper. So now we have our hierarchy going. First we have the lower body. That's the parent. And next we have the upper body rotation deformer. Let's test that. So there we go. So right now there's a bit of a problem. You can see sides of Mimiko's body, lower body. Look at that. You can see the sides, and we don't want that. So let's try to adjust. Yep. Let's try to adjust this. Actually, let's redo it. I don't like it. Ideally, when your upper body rotates, you shouldn't be able to see the sides, so let's redo this one. Alright. Let's change the name again. Let's test it out. So it's not as noticeable. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with this one. And again, move all the elements except for body lower onto the rotate body upper deformer. There we go. Now if we rotate this, it'll rotate everything attached to the upper body. So it'll rotate the head, the arms, the hair. Let's reset this 0 degrees. There we go. And we can assign angle Z, body Z here. We can assign a parameter to the deformation. So body Z refers to the body's angle. So click this, add 3 keyforms to body Z, and now rotate body upper has three keyforms assigned to the body Z parameter. For the center, we'll leave it as is at angle 0. For the left rotation, let's say you bend your body to the left. Let's add a parameter of, let's try -5. No, that doesn't seem to be good. So, -3.5, I think that's good enough. And for the right side, let's add 3.5. There we go. So now, if you slide your mouse along the body Z parameter, you can see that her upper body deformer now rotates. Okay, good. Got that going. I might be dropping frames. I don't know. It says here that my connection is poor. So let me know if I'm dropping frames. Alright, so going back to this. Now that we got rotate body upper. Select the body upper, this one. Select the body upper object again. And now we're going to make a deformer. So go to create warp deformer. Change it to warp underscore body underscore upper. There we go. That should be good, or maybe not. Let's change the number of divisions. 6. Now the reason being, you'll want to deform the chest a bit more. And the more divisions you have, the more complicated the process is going to be. But at least it looks better. Then body upper is over here. Now go to, let's see, select out this again and put it into warp body upper. There. So now we have 3 folders. We have lower body, the body rotation, and now the body warp. We're going to play with this later on. But for warp body upper, we can assign some parameters to it. When the character is turning left or right, we need to deform this mesh. And to do that, we need to assign parameters to body X and body Y. Body X is when the body turns to face the left or right, and body Y over here is when the body moves to face up or down, bends up to the back, or bends forward, bends down. So we're going to assign parameters here. Click these flipper icon thingies on the left side of the parameter to join them. Alright, we'll leave that alone for now. And next, we need to make a head deformer. So let's change this again. Let's change the head mesh to heavy deformation, just so it looks good. And we're going to make another rotation. So when the head turns left or right, it's going to use this deformer. Okay, are you ready? So I think we can place the point of rotation around here. Let's rename this. Rotate here. Let's rotate. And again, just as with the body, the parameter to assign to head rotation is angle Z, right here. These parameters are the default ones. We haven't renamed them, just to make it easier for people new to the application. But for head rotation, we're going to use angle Z. So let's add 3 keyforms here. And we'll leave that alone for now. And we're going to select all of these items except for ornaments 1 and 2, because ornament 1 and 2 are the ribbons of the belt. So we don't want that included on the head. Select all of these, leave out ornaments 1 and 2, and place them inside rotate head. So now we rotate the head. Oh, it's not supposed to. Oh, it's because I added the body. I feel like an idiot. Let's remove body over, shall we? It's supposed to be here. Right. So now if we rotate the head, the arms, yes, I'm a genius. Arm left and arm right should not be in here. Go back to warp body over. So it's easy to miss layers. Don't be like me, don't be dumb. Now if we rotate the head, oh my gosh, that's creepy, that's creepy. Like, no, let's not do it. No. Let's reset that. No. Mimiko's gonna get angry at me if she finds out. Hey, False Blackheart, welcome to the stream. Yep, got tons of work ahead of me. So I'm gonna animate this model tonight and try to finish it around midnight. And it's gonna be a long ride. So we have the rotate head deformer now. Let's make a warp deformer. Warp underscore head. This warp deformer is for when the head turns to look left or right. See my model, see what he's doing. So I'm looking left and right now. And my face is deforming to turn, making it look like I'm turning left or right. That's what we're going to do here. So that's why we made this deformer warp head. Place all these here. Let's see. Mouth. Hair back. Yeah, let's place hair back inside of it. Mouth close. Let's leave the ears outside right now. But everything that's on the face, the eyes, the eyelids, sclera, eyelid left, eyelid right, the eyebrows, and front of the hair. That's important. Might even add the hair side, just to make sure. Let's all put them inside warp head. And we'll leave the ears and the side tail outside. Here's the fun part. We're going to start animating the model. This is the trickiest part of all. It's easy to mess this up. So for warp head, to make the face move left or right, we're going to use angle X and angle Y. Let's add some keyforms. So click this button, the 3 keyforms one, and then merge angle X and angle Y by clicking the paperclip icon to the left. There we go. Anyhow, so we've created a body or an upper body rotation parameter. Now let's create the head rotation parameter for when she leans her head left or right. For the left lean, let's try. Mimiko loves to lean her head sideways. I think it's cute. Let's try -10. And for the right side, let's try an angle of 10 degrees. Oh, there we go. Her head turn animation is now complete. I mean her neck turn. Now we're going to actually deform the head. So select the warp head deformer. Let's go to angle X and angle Y. Let's click on the middle part first, here, the left side. Here's where the fun begins, guys. Here's where it begins to suck. Because we're going to have to redo a lot of this over and over again until we get it right. Use the Lasso Tool. You can click this button here, the Lasso Tool, or press L. Next, click this button here, the Selection Tool, or press A. And to make things much easier, I am going to use the arrow keys. Let's zoom this out. I think this is a respectable distance. Let's zoom this out. I'm going to hold Shift, press the left arrow key. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 presses. We have to keep that in mind because we're going to mirror it for the right side. Now this isn't finished yet, but I am going to... I see it deformed the hair, so we will need to go back and fix that. I am going to select the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing this first because I want to make sure the head turning animation is symmetrical. Now select this. Choose the selection key, hold Shift, and 1, 2, 3. I think that's too much. I think 2 is fine. Select this part right here. Selection key, 1, 2, 3. It's not finished yet, but here are the results. I think it's too much. There we go. So that's the problem if you choose too big a deformer. Let's actually go back and fix the other vertices. Over here. 1, 2. Let's move these inside. Since the side of her hair is supposed to turn inward, so let's move these one step inside, one step to the right. Let's check how it looks. Yeah, it's a bit janky. Let's move it further inside. Let's check here. Yeah, it's janky. Now you see why the rigging process takes a long time. Basically just fine-tuning it at this point. Go to the right side. Make sure it's symmetrical. See, we're already having problems here. We need to get this one. It's part of the forehead. Yeah, I got a lot of work ahead of me. Right. To make sure like, this looks good. Let's fix this one over here. A bit strong. I need to fine-tune it. Sometimes the deformation is so strong that you will immediately notice it and doesn't look as good. That's why this is one of the most time-consuming parts of all. Anyway, this is done. Now the tricky part is we have to duplicate this for all three keyframes on the left side and on the right side. We're gonna do that now. Oh boy, here we go. Fun times. Let's do this. We're going to select the keyform below just to check. Alright, so this is good. This back. Oh, and one more thing. When adjusting keyforms using the arrow keys, it's important to work at the same level. Otherwise, is gonna mess up because for some reason the deformer adjusts to the zoom level. With that. Good luck with the rig. Oh, it's okay. Thank you, Mimi. Thanks for coming along. See you next time. I'm gonna post the finished product on Twitter, so you'll get to see it either way. But thanks for dropping by. Have a good one. Ooh. This is hard. Break this. No. Adjust this one. And then readjust this one. Oh, I see. Yeah, let's move this in. Go back and move this one in. And now we're going to work with the lower left half. So select this. Raptor. Before counting the number of key presses I make. 1. To make sure everything is symmetrical. 1, 2. Double checking. So it's inside. 1, 2, 2. Yeah, that's too much. Outside, 1 step. Hold shift. Press the key button. 2 steps. And yeah, we're done with the left. We're done with the left side of the face turning animation. Now let's work on the right. We're gonna do the same thing. Start with the bottom one first. Left. Select the middle one. 1, 2. Select the center of the face again. 1, 2. Oh wait, don't. Select this half. Select the forehead. Select this half. Select the forehead. Put this in. This side in. Move this side 2 steps in. So another one. Oh, I hate my audio. I hate my own voice. What is wrong with my audio? Man, if this keeps going on, I might as well stop streaming for a week until I get a decent microphone. Because I can't have you guys listening to this kind of scuffed stream when I'm trying to explain stuff. And I end up sounding like a garbled radio transmission asking for help because the Combine suddenly invaded City 17 or something. We live in a society. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. So head turning animation's good. We can always fix it later on. Now we're going to work on up and down animations. So if we're looking up and down, let's start with the middle of the face again. Right here. Select that. Grab the selection tool. Move it 3 steps upward. Let's move this 3 steps upward. Finally, the chin. We only want the center. So when she looks up, should also adjust the forehead. Only 2 steps. There we go. Doink, 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 doink. Yeah, we got this. Although we should adjust the sides a bit. Here. Here. Let's try pulling them down. See how it looks like. 2, 1, 2. Let's adjust it 1 step across the center. Let's see how it looks like. So it's a bit more 3D. Let's set the frames for looking down. 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we should adjust these. Just once. Let's check how it looks like. And I hope this doesn't end up looking so janky, so broken. I think we can move these up this way. Let's try moving it up. This not really affecting much of anything with that, are we? Center of the face again. Move it down 1 step. There's some ugly stretching going on here. It's really ugly stretching, and I don't think I like that. Let's pull this down. There, we minimize the stretching. Now, we're going to recreate it for the left side first. Select these. See if we overdid it. Is it one step higher? I think it's one step higher. Oh, I see. We didn't move the forehead. I'm so dumb. Select the center. Move it one step up. And the important thing here is I'm trying not to deform the eyes so much. Because when we're warping the head deformer, we're warping everything under this folder. Did we overdo it? Let's pull this down. Let's pull the sides down to match the other frames. Select all the sides. Pull them down. Actually, pull these down as well since we did that for the center frame. And let's check if it matches. Oh, the center frame didn't match. Let's pull down the center frame, why not? Now for the right side, do it again. This one, go 2 steps, select all the center vertices and the chin. Put them up 3 steps. Like the center of the face, move it up 1 step. Pull all the sides down by 1 step. Let's see if we did it correctly. Because we might have gone overboard. Oh, right. We didn't select the forehead here. Let's move that up. Wow, for some reason it's still higher. Why is that higher? Oh, okay, I went overboard. So it's actually necessary to check each keyform just to make sure everything's symmetrical. Or else we might run into a lot of problems down the line. Now see, this is the problem. I can't remember what I did with this, so we're gonna wing it. I think I moved this part down 3 steps. And move this part down 2 steps. And let's double check the other frame. Is it lower? Can't seem to tell. That's... Oh, right. Let's move this down 1 frame. Select the center. Down one step. And let's see if we did it correctly. I think we might have made a mistake somewhere. Right, the forehead. We keep missing that part. And next, move the sides up. And do the same for the right side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 6. Choose the center. 7. Move the sides up 1 step. And we've completed the head deformer, although this part right here looks weird. I think we may have overdone it, so we can dial it back down a bit. Let's do that, actually. Let's dial it down because the eyes look weird. It's easy. It's very, very easy to make any part of the body look weird if you mess up the deformers. And what next? What do we work on next? Let's work on the eyes, I guess. Let's try putting it under their own deformer so we don't get confused. I did open, square left, square right. Let's put it under their own deformer so we don't get confused. So even if we don't assign this deformer to a parameter, we can still play with the elements inside. That's the important part. We just want to keep it organized. Let's do the same for the left eyelid. Let's make a deformer for warp on eye underscore left. Alright, so eye left has all the necessary parts. Warp head has all the necessary parts. We can do the same for the mouth. Let's put it in its own folder. So, mouth. There. Let's screw around with the eyes first. So for iris, we need to set a clipping mask. And for iris right, the clipping mask is going to be square underscore right. There we go. So now when you move it around, it won't go past square right's surface area. But if we take that out, see, we take that out, you can move it around freely. But let's give it a clipping mask of square right. And here's the difficult part. Eyelid closed, eyelid open. Square right. Let's put this under IR open, right here. Let's give it a parameter. We only need two keyforms. So the one on the left is when the eye is closed, and the one on the right is when the eye is open. So without further ado, let's get to work. This part right here, this is extremely complicated. Like, I got it wrong several times. So we need to be careful. Let's add a keyform here. So place the slider, the red slider, right next to the starting keyform. And then click this button that shows up, add single keyform. Now we have a keyform for that part. So what we're gonna do is, for this section, for this keyform, we're going to anyway, so basically Live2D works a bit like Adobe Illustrator, if you're familiar with that. You can actually assign layer depths to the objects. So for this one, we're going to place it at a layer depth of 499. So now they're all invisible because they're being drawn under the face. But if we look here, they're now visible. So that's what we're going to do for opening and closing the eyes. And for eyelid closed, we'll set it to 499 from this keyform and this keyform. So it's invisible now. And for this keyform, we're gonna warp all of these objects. Wait. Let's set it back to 500 first so I can see it. First off is the sclera. We're going to shrink the sclera here. I think that should be enough. This form, I'm going to shrink it to the same area. Tell you what, for reference, let's turn on the closed eyelid. I just want to see it. Just want to see where the sclera is going. So basically, this is a hack. This is the simplest method of doing eye closing and opening animations. There are obviously better ways, but they're also more complex. So for now, let's start with this. So we got that keyform right, and if we move it left and right, if we slide the parameter left and right, you can see that the eye is opening and closing, but it's not yet complete. So let's move to eyelid open. Let's change the mesh generator to information heavy. There we go. And now, one of the more annoying parts of Live2D. We're gonna edit the mesh, just like how they do it in Blender. Fun! Let's not so sure about this, but let's delete this. Yeah, there we go. That should work. Let's make the mesh a bit more complex. So the reason why I'm making the mesh more complex here is because we're gonna deform it. Right? Let's click on let's click on deform path. We're gonna make a path. Just like Bezier curves in other applications. Start drawing a point here, another point here, 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 and finally here. Right, got that going. Here's where the magic begins. Choose the selection tool. So for this keyframe, we're gonna pull the open eyelid all the way down, like so. Oh boy, look at that. That's so ugly. That's so scuffed. Let's pull this to the side. You can see all the points in the mesh have converged into this really ugly it's really ugly and confusing mesh right here. This is what makes Live2D editing so lengthy. Just want to make sure that nothing looks crooked. So you have to resort to deforming the mesh, just like with the 3D models. There. And we have to repeat. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have to repeat the same process here 4 times. What I would close the string off. Let's lower the draw order so that it isn't seen. Same here. For eyelid open, sclera right, and iris right. Let's lower the draw order. So we don't need to see that here. So here, start fixing it. By the way, you can see that the model is extremely low resolution. So with Live2D, the Pro edition of Live2D, you can create texture atlases that are much bigger than the one we have right now. And wouldn't be so much of a problem. Oh, by the way, what's this? Oh, that's the window capture. Yes, let's turn it off. Man, this stream is so scuffed. I actually might stop streaming for a while so I can buy a new microphone and make sure that none of this mess happens again. Let's fix this one. This one is supposed to curve right in. No, 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 no. Bad mesh. Stop doing that. Oh, bad mesh. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Easily the most time consuming. It's single most time consuming part of creating a Live2D. It's this one. Easy to screw it up. Easy to make it look janky, so you have to take your time. Just be patient. And it'll work out. It could stand to look much better than what we have right now. But we only have the free version of the application, so I think that works. Wow, did the eye disappear? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Let's change eyelid close to 510. There we go. It's much better. Much better. But it's still janky. Let's fix the vertices. That's the best we can do right now. Right, so at least now it's the same size as the closed eyelid. Now let's work on the left eye, and we're gonna do the same. Select all of this, go to IL, open, create two keyforms like what we did. And we better listen here, let's change this to 510. Our draw order. So the higher the number, the higher it is on the higher the drawing is on the model hierarchy. Okay. Select eyelid, open to change the mesh to deformation heavy. Right. How about we close How about we turn off these layers first so we can see them working? Excuse me. It's time to edit the mesh. Let's add another spline here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that we have that, let's turn on these on. Oh, and we should give this a clipping mask. So Sclera underscore left. There we go. Save our work. Now let's go to editing eyelid open. Like what we did here. For this keyframe, just pull it down here. Okay, wait a minute. Did I screw up something? Gosh, let's close the file. Let's open it again. Right. I think I turned off something. Now that it's over with, it's time to fix the level. No more messing around. I've done this from the start. You can select multiple vertices. You can select multiple vertices and move them all at once. So I should have done that from the beginning. My bad. Let's fix the eyelashes. Whoa. Oh, there we go. I pressed something again. You keep pressing something. I think fatigue's getting to me. Could stand to go to the bathroom, but Yeah, I've been stressed all day. I'm in the best shape right now. Did my daily workout, but didn't seem to. I mean, it did help a bit, but I'm still kind of stressed. I mean, when I was playing Apex earlier, I screwed up so badly that I accidentally killed my own team. Oh no. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, let's get rid of the keyframes. Your eyelid open. Let's set up. Let's go back here. Let's try to actually duplicate this, the left side this time. Oh, so apparently that's another one of the great mysteries of Live2D. The mesh is being stubborn. So the vertices are refusing to move. And we're gonna have to move them manually, I guess. Oh, look at that. It's horrible. Wow, this is so ultra scuffed. What's going on here? So I'm guessing that none of these are attached to the actual vertices because I added them in after the fact. So let's undo this. Let's reset the mesh. Yeah, it definitely looks that way. Oop, didn't mean to press that. Let's remove these. And let's add new ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hopefully, if we move it this time, yep, I was right. Yep, they're moving properly now. They're no longer acting like independent vertices. Oh, hey, Elton Voorhees. Sorry, didn't notice you there. Yeah, it's a bit like Spine. So this aspect is a bit like Spine. that you can set Bezier curves, you can set splines to help animate objects in Deformer. Currently, I'm struggling with the eyelashes. I'm trying to make them look good. To the best of my ability. Let's squeeze this down. Where's this set to my right? Let's go here. Let's go here. I want to see this one. I want to see this one. Make it the same as the right eye. Turn these off. Set it to $4.99. Set the new keyframe here. I think it's, yeah, it's here. Oh, by the way, I mentioned earlier that I might stop streaming for a while until I can get a better microphone, because for some reason the default microphone is picking up a lot of noise. And I really need better equipment if I'm to stream semi-regularly. Also, yeah, there's a slight delay. There's a delay of 30 seconds. Right. So let's go back here. Set a new keyframe here. Turn off. Yeah. Let's give it a keyframe. So let's turn off eyelid close. $4.99. For eyelid open, iris left and sclera. Let's make it 500. So now I want to see if they're the same. How do I deselect? Right, they're roughly the same, but we need to edit the mesh. Make sure it looks roughly the same as the left side over here. Let's fix this. Don't want it to look ugly. Fix this. Move this up here. Let's go to the final keyframe. Turn off eyelid closed. So $4.99. There, we made the eyes close and open. Nice. That's done. Next up is the mouth. Mouth is almost as tricky as the eye, which is why I simplified the drawing here. So the mouth is a simple colored circle. And we're gonna work on that next. Where are we? Actually, let's work on the eyebrows. Brow left. Let's work on brow left Y. So again, in the free version, you can only assign two parameters to each object. So unfortunately, we can't use brow X, but we can use brow Y to control the height. So let's add 3 keyforms here, and same for brow right. Add 3 keyforms here. Let's go back to brow left. At the left side, let's send it down here. 1, 2, 3. To the right side, let's send it up 1, 2, 3, 4. And we do the same for brow right. Left side, let's go like 1, 2, 3. For the right, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. To make sure they're at the same height. Alright, so they are. And now we're going to tell you what. Let's add some angles here. Maybe this. Name rotation. So let's call this brow left rotation. Okay. Oh, that's big. Holy crap. Can we rescale this? Oh no. I want to rescale this. Come on, this is silly. No. Oh well. Can't win them all. So negative. 15 too steep? Yeah, 15 is good. So, brow left rotation should be here. Brow left angle. Set keyforms. There's the default. For left, let's go with negative 15. For the right, let's go with 15. Let's reset it. And for brow right, let's make another one. Rotation. Right. And let's set it to brow right angle. For the left side, let's choose an angle of 15. For the right, let's choose an angle of negative 15, just to mirror the left eyebrow. There we go. So, got that done. Let's work on mouth. Now see here, there are two parameters here, mouse form and mouse open. We'll start with mouse open for now. So again, choose mouse close, mouse layers here. And let's set keyframes for mouse open. There. While we're at it, we should change the texture atlas to something a bit more manageable. Heavy deformation. Yeah. This one. Set it to heavy deformation. Yeah, that's good. It'll make the next few steps more manageable. So for mouth open, the left side should be the closed mouth. So we're setting this to 499. And mouth close to 510, just like what we did with the eyes. 510. Right. So let's add a keyframe over here. Very close by. Keyframe. Mouse post at this point should be 499, while mount should be at 500. Actually, let's not add any more keyframes yet. So for mouse closed, let's show this one first. We're going to reshape it. Let's add a spline around the mouse right here. 3, 4, 5. It might be overkill. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Join it all together to form a big circle. And for now, let's shape it like this. For this one, same shape. Let's turn that on for reference. Let's turn it up again. Let's turn up on closed here. Let's keep it at 419. There. So now the mouth is able to open. Well, what about smiling? What about O shapes? We can do that too with mouth form. So for mouth form, we're going to set 3 keyframes here. One for a frowning mouth on the very left side, one for a neutral shaped mouth, the round mouth, and the rightmost one is a smile. Now, how do we do that? How do we make sure the mouth changes forms while it's opening? We combine these 2 layers, these 2 parameters, like what we did with the face and the body. Right? So here we are. It's kind of like that, but we won't do that for now. Let's edit mouse open a bit. Let's add more keyforms here. 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 Now we can combine the 2. So here's the tricky part now. This one is the frowning mouth. So that's why we added a spline here. So we can reshape it. Let's select mouth open. Let's select the left side mouth form. Reshape it. Oh, she's wrong. Yeah. Waiter, alright. Well, the Mimi Tomos are gonna beat you up right now. Come to think of it, I think I need to spend money on a webcam. The joys of being a VTuber. People think these guys have it easy. Nope, they don't. For this keyframe, it's a smaller frown. Looks weird, maybe I should make it wider. Maybe I should make it wider. Let's adjust it here. There's a frowning mouth. Probably this. Oh, this is the hardest. Oh no, this is the hardest one. Look at how close the keyframes are. I mean the spline points, the mesh points, the vertices, look at how close they are to each other, so I'm gonna have to zoom in. Adjust them manually. Make sure they don't appear jagged. Push this up a bit, push this down, hold this down. So that's the frowning mouth. But the thing is, I haven't been